What up, Oz? This is gonna be a goodie today because it kind of fits in with the theme that we've had on my channel recently, which is how I can help you get some cash flow now. Because I know that it's a little challenging when we're all at home, but lucky for you, I have put my thinking cap on, I've been doing my research, and I've come up with a ton of creative ways to create cash flow and some income in your life and your business. So I'm really excited to dive into this. If you are to give this video a like so more people can see this inside of the YouTube algorithm, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notified every single time I post a new video. And before I move into the deets of this video, I did want to let you know we just recently passed 400,000 subscribers on this channel, which is wild. It's crazy. Hold for applause. And I'm so grateful to you. So I want to start supporting you back publicly in these videos. So I'm going to be doing a viewer shout out in pretty much every one of my videos moving forward. And today I want to start with Regina Renee Williams. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of this community. Some of you have been with me for years and it is not lost on me. So everybody, let's go and show Regina some love. You can check out her channel right here, and we'll also post her Instagram handle as well, so you can go and say hello and we can build this little sunny squad across all the platforms. So thank you, Regina, for being here. And thank you for all of the good and helpful content you're putting out into the world. I hope that I just sent a few more people your way. And to get featured in a shout out, all you gotta do is subscribe to the channel and leave a thoughtful comment under my videos, and that will help you get considered. All right, so let's get into some creative cash flow ideas. The first thing that you're gonna wanna do is take an audit of what you have and what you need. This time is giving us so much perspective on what do we actually need in our home. And there's a bunch of crap that I don't need in my house. So the first thing that I'm kind of thinking about doing is selling my stuff. And my fiance and I've been doing this for years. We're pretty minimal. And so we like to ensure that we are giving away or donating or selling our things when we don't need them. So are there things in your house that you really just aren't using anymore and you're probably never gonna use again, like that old workout bike in your basement, or those snowboards and skis maybe you want to upgrade next year? So to create some cash flow, you can sell them now. Maybe you have a TV that you don't use or a computer that you don't use. Take an audit of your house. Just walk around and really take note of anything that you could sell. That's immediately gonna make you feel more abundant because you realize that there's things that you don't need that you could be selling for cash. So that's the first thing. The next thing is to sell your skills. So I recently made a video on how to start your work from home job today and step-by-step walk you through how to create an online education business. So whatever it is that you do or are good at, you can turn that into an online course or you can sell it digitally or virtually. So that's a really big trend right now. You want to check out that video if you can. But I also know that some of you sell physical products. So my soon-to-be sister-in-law inspired this idea, and you can actually check out this little clip right here. She has an amazing skill for baking, and she was selling her baked goods, and unfortunately due to everything that's going on, she wasn't able to do that anymore, so she got creative. And you can see that they were dropping off baked goods to their friends and their family. And of course she wasn't charging for this at this time, but this is something that she absolutely could be charging for because so many people are in need of some snacks in their house and some good home cooked food and meals. There are a lot of moms out there that would thank you a lot for making meals for them and they will pay for them, because you have to think about the fact that we are still having to go grocery shopping. We're still having to buy food. So if you can take that off, that's filling a need, and that's what entrepreneurs do. So that's one thing. And then the biggest thing is to go back to your past clients or anybody that you've worked with in the past and ask them how you can help. And if you've never had a business before, ask your family and friends, is there anything that you need help with right now? Because I definitely would love to help you guys in any way I can. And honestly, I am in need of cash flow. So if there's anything I can do that I could trade for, some cash, that would be great. And that's just being humble and honest. And humility is a key right now to ensuring that you can have some cash flow in your bank. You don't need all the things. You don't need your ego attached to a bunch of things. And you don't need to be so egotistical that you can't ask for help or tell people that you're in need of some extra cash, because people will pay you if there's a big enough need. So that's one thing. So ask your clients, if you had a physical location before, is there a way that you could help them now? I know I've mentioned my trainer is doing online classes, and yes, people are paying for online virtual classes, fitness classes, because people still need to work out. People are paying for things, they're just mainly paying for things online. So think about how you can get creative and how you deliver what you do online, or get creative in how you deliver it in person, like my soon-to-be sister-in-law did. And some creative ideas that I've seen that have been so inspiring to me are things like painting classes that people are doing via Zoom, and they're dropping off the little kits at people's houses, just leaving them out front of their front door. There's also things like cooking classes. You can do that via Zoom, and again, you can even package up exactly what people need, do the grocery shopping for them, deliver them at their door. There's so many things that you can do to be creative right now. And with so many people home with kids, things like home decor sets or craft supplies or crafting kits or even photo booth supplies are things that people are buying. If you go on Etsy, there's a ton of things that are flying like hotcakes right now or selling like hotcakes because parents are in need and just people in general are in need. I actually just heard from a friend of mine that their lingerie store is booming at the moment. So you want to just think about what people are doing at home and how you could help. And the next thing that I've seen that I absolutely love is if you're a photographer or a content creator, this is a strange time. And some people are gonna wanna capture and remember this because it's a little bit bizarre. And everybody's together. People keep talking about how excited they are because they're with their family or they're with their loved ones. So capture those memories for them. And you can do that from a distance. So people are doing things like stoop photography where families will just sit on the front steps of their stoop and have their photos taken or have a little video taken. So if you're a content creator, you can absolutely still find ways to monetize what you do right now. The next thing you can do, so we've sold your stuff, sold your skills, and now you're gonna sell your sweat equity. What do I mean by that? This is the time to position yourself as an expert and an influencer because you can invest in yourself and you can put yourself out there. You got the time to do it. So one prime example of this, and keep in mind, this is gonna pass. So the more that you can show up right now, the more people are gonna wanna come to you after this is all over and hire you for different things. So I've said this before and I said it in this video about how to start your work from home job today or work from home business today. Repetition equals revenue. So the more you repeat what you do and talk about what you do, the more people are gonna know what they can actually pay you for. So D-Nice, who is incredible, and I'm obsessed with Club Quarantine. If you haven't done it, on Saturday nights, he does these Instagram lives where he DJs. And he was a well-known DJ before, had like a couple 100,000 followers, but overnight, when he did the first Club Quarantine, just doing a live DJ show from his house on Instagram Live, he grew by millions of followers. Millions. And he's continued to do it, and he did it just to show up and share his skill set with the world. So can you imagine the opportunities that are gonna come his way after this? He had Oprah and Michelle Obama at his very first Club Quarantine live DJ session. People now know who he is because he showed up, and that's gonna pay off in dividends after this is all over. So how can you show up and position yourself as an expert? Whether that's putting on free classes right now or showcasing your skill set online through social media, that is building your sweat equity and it's gonna pay off. And if you wanna find a skill set that you should invest in to create profitable skills, make sure you do watch this video on the high-paying work from home jobs that I recommend. They do take some time to build up your skill set, so use this time to do so. The next thing is to create cash flow. You're probably thinking to yourself, if I could do that, I wouldn't be watching this. But I mean it. It's just like time. Do you know the amount of time that we waste on social media or doing things we really don't need to be doing just because we're trying to avoid doing the thing we need to do? It's a lot. So when you take a time audit, you realize just how much time you actually have available but you're not using. Same thing with money. I can guarantee you that you have an opportunity to create more cash flow, you're just not sure how to do it. So I had the Budgetnista on my podcast recently, and she's an acclaimed financial expert. She's amazing at what she does. And she talked about the fact that right now is not the time to be paying off debt entirely. So just be making your minimum payments because you don't want your cash flow going towards debt. You want to keep cash liquid so you can actually use it during this time, and then you can go back to making bigger payments after this is over. But for right now, don't pay your debt in full at the moment because that's going to free up some cash. Also, are there expenses that you're paying for that you just don't need to? So again, it's auditing the things you're paying for that you don't need. Look at your past credit card statements and realize that you've got so many subscriptions that you've signed up for or apps that you've signed up for that you just don't need right now. And that's gonna free up, $10, $20, $50, $100, several $100s for you on a monthly basis to create more cash flow. If you watched this video on how to build financial freedom, I broke down the concept of runway. And runway is understanding what are your bare minimum costs on a monthly basis to just be comfortable and to be able to live. And that's all you need to be putting aside right now, and ideally you have 3 to 6 months put aside. So in order to do that, you need to free up that cash flow, and that does mean cutting out any unnecessary expenses and anything that's not bringing you a return. So when I say invest into profitable skills and invest into yourself, that's something that's gonna pay off in the long run. But that random email subscription that you signed up for that you never use is not gonna pay off for you. So anything that's not gonna have a return on your investment, cut it. The next idea to create some cash flow is being an affiliate. And this is something that I've talked about a lot, and especially I talked about it recently in this video on high cash flow, passive income ideas. And being an affiliate is a great way to create cash flow without having to build something yourself. So is there a product or a service that you can actually sell on behalf of somebody else right now and take a cut from it? So one really creative idea that I actually heard from the Budgetnista on my podcast was about this woman who's a hairdresser, and she's actually selling wigs to other hairdressers to help them style them, etc. So then when those hairdressers sell them, they're getting a cut of those wigs. So that's a really creative way to help women right now, or men, who are having issues with their hair. My roots are gonna be down to here by the end of this. I can't even. So that's a creative way that's thinking outside the box for a service and a need that people have right now, that they really want to still look good, but their hair might be a hot mess express, like mine is going to be shortly. The next thing is a flash sale. I'm not usually a huge proponent of doing flash sales because I think it can devalue your product or service, but during these times it makes sense. One, because you're helping other people by giving them access to your program or service that actually is really valuable, and two, it creates an influx of cash for you. So think about Black Friday sales, Cyber Monday sales, kind of the same thing right now. Do a big discount so you can get people in the door and to create some cash flow inside of your business. And then the next thing is buy one, donate one offers. So there are a lot of people in need right now, healthcare workers, underprivileged families that really could use some help. So businesses that are creating offers where it's, you buy one of these and I'm gonna give X amount to this person in need, or I'm gonna give this same thing to this person in need, that encourages people to buy from you as opposed to anybody else. So think about a charitable aspect as well that you can use to donate your products and services to other people while still bringing in cash flow to keep your business afloat. If this was helpful for you, I'm so excited to hear your creative ideas. So put them in the comments below, put some comments of what you're going to do right now, or maybe something that you know you can already sell, whether that's your things or your knowledge, in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified every single time I post a new video. And up next, you should definitely check out these videos on the high-paying work from home jobs and how to start your work from home business right now. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.